So the number one thing that gets your body to detox most efficiently by far is hydration. And everybody goes, oh yeah, hydration. Yeah, I know about that. I drink, 8 glasses of water a day, and I've got this special structured water, and I've got this stuff.
Right.
And I go, okay, the more water you drink, the cleaner that water is, the more you're getting dehydrated. It's just the bottom line. And everybody goes, what? That's like counterintuitive. What do you mean?
Dehydrated. Okay.
Because they tell us that our bodies are 80% water. Well, that's a massive lie. Your body's not 80% water. You don't have water in your system. You have electrolytic fluid. Cry a tear and tell me if that tastes like water. No, it tastes like ocean water. Very salty. What about your blood? Is your blood water? No, your blood is electrolytic fluid. You've got interstitial fluid. You have lymphatic fluid, even more lymph fluid than your blood. Plus you have all your intracellular fluid. So every time you drink clean water, your body has to donate an automatic law that says if you have an osmotic transfer, if you have salinity here and less here, the higher salinity has to donate to the lower salinity. It's a law. It's instantaneous. If you pour 2 glasses into a jar equal amounts, you're going to have half the amount of salinity in that jar with twice the volume. That's a law. Nobody can change that law. That's just physics and chemistry and biology. Right. So when you drink water, your cells are trying to hold on to these precious minerals it's been trying to get your whole life because it's struggling the whole time, but it has to donate, and then you pee them out. And this is a constant problem. And the older people get, the more shriveled they get, the shorter their telomeres go. The shorter the telomeres go because they're dehydrated, the less the vibration, because the telomeres are cords of communication. Everything in the universe is vibration and frequency. It's a known fact, like frequency and vibration. Everything about you is vibrating and learning and hearing through your eardrums and your eyes and what you're speaking and what your thoughts and your whole connection to consciousness is all based on frequency and vibration. So when your telomeres shorten, you end up with less understanding or less sensitivity. You can't tell that your liver's toxic and your body's lost communication. It's like, what, liver? I think my liver's okay. No, your liver's freaking jacked up. Right? Your kidneys are 30% function by the time you're 60. That's because that's measurable. You're at 20 or 100%, at 60 or 30%. Something's wrong with this picture.
Right. You're going backward.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're dehydrating. It's not because you're 60 years old. It's because you spent the last 40 years getting more dehydrated because you didn't know how to hydrate. The only way to hydrate is to get raw, unrefined sea salt and dissolve it into water and drink it every single day, all day. That is the only way. Because when you put it in your system, it immediately then begins to donate osmotically all the precious minerals that our bodies craving.
I see what you're saying. I get it. It's trying to achieve, I guess, homeostasis. Is that the right word? But equilibrium. Yeah. And if this has got more, it's going to shoot it that way.
That's all it is. But you have to have pure, unrefined, raw sea salt with everything in it. Not some extract, not some refined thing, not something added with potassium iodide for table salt or Himalayan salt. No, it has to be fresh, harvested sea salt from the ocean.
And then that's loaded with incredible minerals, all kinds of things.
That's right. You don't want the microplastics. We have a resource right now to get actual sea salt with no microplastics, no heavy metals. It's pure. It's come from the most pure parts of the earth. If you go to different parts, they're more contaminated. So even then, though, even contaminated salts will still be a benefit because your body's able to detox that as well. Because what happens is your bloodstream requires fluid. And it can't because it's dehydrated. The cells are screaming for fluids, like, give me something, right? And they keep getting ripped off, right? So you become more dehydrated. Then your blood is just going, well, I can't dump fluids. I've got to retain as much as I can because I'm dehydrated. I don't have the minerals. I got water. Stop giving me water. You keep giving me clean water. It's messing with me. So once you go through the cycle, then all the symptoms are going to show up. The doctors and the naturopaths will all tell you, Oh, you don't want to be drinking sea salt and having no salt's evil. If you have salt, your blood pressure is going to go up, especially if
Mhm.
you're 60. Yeah.
Mhm.
Your blood pressure is going to go up, and then you're going to have health problems, and it could affect your heart, and then
Mhm.
your organs are getting, oh, high blood pressure is evil and bad. And so then sure enough, what happens is when you drink the dissolved sea salts in the water at the exact ratio you need to do it at, your blood pressure will go up in a month. It'll go up a lot. And you will gain around at least an average 150-pound person will gain an extra 10 pounds of body weight in the first month alone. And they're like, oh, I'm gaining weight. No, you're not gaining weight. You're getting, because your body doesn't change at all as far as size, but the scale does, because you have an extra 10 pounds of real electrolyte fluids in your body. Your body's full of electrolytic fluid, and you're giving it
Ah,
the right amount. So now it's like, oh wow, I can bring this in, and then the blood starts to detox. And then the cells go, hey, we got some clean blood to dump into. Before, all the transfer mechanisms were full, we couldn't dump any toxins because it was already toxic, because your
wow.
body's so intelligent. Then when the blood detoxes, then the cells dump. Now your blood gets all poisoned again. And then the blood, you keep going. And the blood pressure goes up because you have more fluid to pump through your body. And then as the minerals go into your system, it softens the muscles. It gets things supple again, like when you're young. And it takes a year to rehydrate your body for the first
Wow.
time in your life. And because nobody knows this, like, and these symptoms, you see, we told you your blood pressure was going to go up. Get off that stuff. Hold it. If you keep going, your blood pressure completely normalizes afterwards, because now all the junk is going out. You got to go through the roller coaster ride of the iterations of detox. That's how you get rid of the lead. When your body can detox, the lead's going to leave. All the crap's going to go.